Well, there's certainly no shortage of food delivery apps here in 2020. Everything from Grubhub, DoorDash, and UberEATS. Well, I recently drove for Postmates. It's been some time. So now in 2020, let's ask the question, is Postmates worth it? As described, the Postmates platform is an on-demand food delivery service where you can also deliver daily essentials to customers. All in all, since signing up to drive for Postmates, I've done 155 deliveries. So recently, having driven on the platform, let's find out if it's worth it. Number one, I want you to consider a few things. Firstly, being the workload. From my experience, food delivery is one of the easier apps when it comes to physical workload. You're not going to be loading things into your vehicle, the bending, the twisting, the pulling like other apps. And in essence, you're only really going to be lifting about 10 pounds at a maximum. Where the effort really comes into play is the focus and the effort to stay focused and safe on the road. You're going to be driving a lot, and since you're going to be picking up and delivering to customers, it also means you're going to be in and out of your vehicle a lot. And since you will be in and out of your vehicle quite frequently, if mobility is a concern for you, or if you don't want to be outside of the vehicle, as you will be navigating apartment complexes, houses, condos, what have you, then Postmates may not be the best app for you. Now let's consider some of the challenges on the Postmates platform. Since it being founded almost 10 years ago in 2011, and 2 years before competitor DoorDash, chances are most marketplaces can be more saturated with drivers. In addition to that, there's slightly less predictability as far as driving availability on Postmates. What I mean by that is other apps like DoorDash, for example, are going to give you the option to schedule a delivery shift. So you'll know you'll be able to receive orders from that certain delivery time window. Conversely, Postmates doesn't have that option. You can see here, there's simply one Go Online button. Now, there's some positives and negatives to that. Now, the positive being, hey, you can always go online to receive orders. Conversely, on the DoorDash app, at least the app will tell you if that area is busy. So yes, you can go online whenever you'd like with Postmates, but will it be busy? And as mentioned briefly, there is that inherent risk of being outside of your vehicle. It is getting out, navigating those apartment complexes, condos, what have you. And that's not always the case with other apps, specifically UberEATS. Traditionally, UberEATS doesn't require the driver to deliver to that front door. The customer will simply meet the driver curbside. Now, moreover, recently that has changed with contactless delivery, and UberEATS drivers are being instructed to leave items at a front door or a gate to avoid that contact. But with apps like Postmates, you are instructed to deliver to that front door. So again, you will be in and out of your vehicle. Now let's consider some incentives when driving for Postmates. From my experience, I just haven't seen as many pay incentives from Postmates. Really, my favorite food delivery app, DoorDash, has consistent pay incentives to you as a driver. There are per delivery bonuses, $3, $4, $5 that will be paid in addition to your normal pay for that delivery. From what I've seen, that's not typically the case on Postmates. And not only that, but you won't see how much you're going to get paid for that delivery until after you complete that delivery. Whereas on DoorDash, you can see here, you're clearly shown that pay ahead of time. Now, with the current landscape, I'm actually seeing Postmates offering more pay incentives with stay-at-home orders and with most likely rising competition from other delivery providers. We can see here, Postmates offering a streak bonus. Complete the 7 deliveries and be guaranteed $40 in revenue. Now, having seen this, that's not necessarily a very strong per delivery average, in my opinion. Nextly, when it comes to pay, let's talk about tips. Looking at my Postmates deliveries here, we can see, yes, a decent amount of tip frequency, but just keep in mind, in the overall scheme of pay, we want to know how much money we're making. And with Postmates, not only are we not guaranteed that tip, but not seeing the revenue ahead of time, that can hurt if you're trying to predict your earnings. On DoorDash, from my experience, I'm seeing about 40 to 50% of my revenue coming from tips. And lastly, let's focus on the overall revenue potential. In essence, when you're driving on a delivery platform, expect about $12 to $18 per hour in gross revenue. When driving on Postmates specifically, I would actually take that down slightly. There's a lot of ambiguity with driving with Postmates, not knowing how much you're going to make when that delivery comes through, combined with, in my opinion, less pay incentives than apps like a DoorDash. When it comes to expenses, that's the same. The miles, in my opinion, are in essence the same as really any other food delivery app. And they do that by considering where the demand is coming from and where you are as a driver. So is Postmates worth it in 2020? Well, possibly, but only really as a backup to other players like UberEATS, DoorDash, maybe even Grubhub. This is something that you need to experiment in your own marketplace, find out which pays the most. But from my experience, what I've seen over those deliveries, there's better apps out there. If you've enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and click or tap the screen now for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.